Alright, it still doesn't go on Twitter. Alright, come on down. Hey DJ, nice to have you here. Come on in. Prairie Dudes in the house. Let's get this show started. Come on in. Just doing a quick reflection on what's been going on. Thank you for inviting followers. Nate's going to be in the room. Nice to have you here, Ashley. Okay, we're going to get to this in a moment. So, howdy, welcome in. Jermaine, nice to have you in the room too. Thank you for joining us. Just showing you a quick reflection of the Prairie Dudes we had tonight. I wait for Carmen to get here. So I see Jim's in here, I see Nate's in here, I'm waiting for Carmen, then we'll get the show on the road. And please share this out. Thank you for getting in the room. Share it out to your followers, share it out to Periscope, to Twitter, Facebook. Let all your friends know this is going to be a fun scope, and I've got some good content to share because this is my niche, my wheelhouse as it were. So, bangers and gibbers. What's going on here? All right, I'll get to this in a second, so don't want to hit the screen. Whoops. There we go. All right. Howdy, welcome. Can everyone else hear me? Because Jermaine can't hear me apparently. Let me know if you can hear. Can you hear? People, let me know. Can you hear me? Yes? Okay, good. Just checking to make sure. So Jermaine might be yours, so you might want to just drop out and come back in again to get me on the scope. All right, let's turn this down a bit so I'm not as low in the screen. All right. So, you've been waiting for my scope. Yeah, I've got some stuff to talk about. This is going to be fun. First of all, let's do a recap. Back to the other. This is Prairie Dudes. Carmen brought into the house beautifully, followed by Nate and Jim. I'm following out. This is the topic tonight: the effect of a strong masculine on the feminine. Actually, it should be the effects plural. I didn't realize that. And hey, Jim. And basically, we're going to on Thursday, which will basically be the effects of a strong feminine on the masculine. Definitely be on that scope as well, because this is my wheelhouse. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Barry Selby. If you're not following me yet, shame on you. You should be following me on Periscope already. Hey, EV, nice to have you in the room. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who do, I am an author, speaker, and coach about love and relationships, about men and women, masculine and feminine. So this one speaks to me. I'm going to quote from my book. This is my book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. And by the way, I'm doing a flash sale on the book. You can get it for $7, the ebook version, if you go to barryselby.com/ebook, just a quick plug. I'm going to speak to chapter 46, because chapter 46, if you can read this on the screen, is about gentlemen and ladies. This is what I talk about. So, I'm actually not going to read from this chapter. I'm going to tell you some stuff to get you in the framework. So, Larry, nice to be in the room. I love her, my brother. Good to have you here. So share this out, pass this out. Share this out, Periscope, Twitter, everything else. Yeah, $7 exactly. Yeah, you can get it for $7. Not the physical book, that cost you more, but the ebook version, $7 in your inbox. 50 principles, and you can read it right now. And Donna isn't in the room to put up the links, of course. Anyway, that's my website. Go to my website /ebook. It's not visible any other way. Just type in /ebook and it shows up. I've done a lot of studying this for the last 10 years, particularly masculine and feminine polarity. So I want to give you some things now to start you off, some clarity and some framing. For some people, not you, but people you know, have a misunderstanding of what masculine men are. Because there's been a belief that the masculine man is a manly man, butch, big muscles and everything else. But 90% of the time, the masculine man like that isn't masculine. He's macho. Because it's machismo that's driving him. It's the ego. My way, the highway, I'm getting it done. That's the way it is. And that's the macho man. Driven by his balls, not by his heart. The masculine man, the man that I am working on becoming more and more, and a lot of men in this group, and the more that we're becoming in the world, is a man who's driven by his heart and his clarity and his vision. A man who's driven by strength of will, because he knows he's got work to do, by courage of heart, because he's driven by something bigger than himself, and by legacy, that's his strong spine and clarity for direction of where he's going in his life. That's a masculine man. And a masculine man, in some ways, is a warrior. A warrior because we stand up for truth, for respect, for authenticity, and for love. That's what we're about. Now, the effect of a strong man like that, or the effect of a strong masculine on a strong feminine, and this is another piece I'll speak to as well as a contextual piece for the ladies. Yeah, Nate rocked the house with music, that was great. For the women, a woman who's in a feminine is a woman who's actually let go of the masculine or the machismo in herself, because many women in this world, standing for something positive in the face of adversity, that could be something true, yeah. But really what it comes back to is standing for something. The masculine man stands for something versus standing against something. Now, the effect of standing for something may be against something else, but by standing for the truth, for something altruistic, something important, that which doesn't line up falls away. And it's a powerful place to be. And it's not easy to do because many of us are about working against something. So, that's the way it is. But a woman in a feminine, and this is the key about the masculine and feminine polarity, is the other end of the magnet. And I mean this in the sense that the masculine and feminine are almost polar opposites. And the polarity, like a magnet, north and south, works the same with masculine and feminine. A strong masculine can make a feminine woman weak at the knees in the sexual energy, which is what the journey is about. But so many women are owning their masculine way, thinking that's the way to run their lives, to be in business, because this is what my clients are like. Strong, successful women are oftentimes in their masculine because they're committed to making a difference, and they're living on their borrowed energy, which is not theirs. Truthfully, it's the masculine energy they're borrowing from. So the effect of a strong masculine man on the feminine is she can relax. She can let go of control because she can trust him. The biggest thing a man can give to his woman, in the masculine to the feminine, is what's I'm looking for? Presence. A place of such solidity and firmness in who he is. Not firmness as in righteousness, but firmness in his presence. That he doesn't move. He's unshakable in his support for her and his presence for her. When she feels that, it's like she can go, thank you. She can fall back into herself and fall into her feminine. Exactly. Presence provides security. It's so key. Thank you, Evie. Yeah, you got that one. And you got the feeling. Well, Nate, it is like having a present of the presence in the present. If you're going to mess with words, just to play with that one, since I'll throw it back at you. But this is the biggest piece. For us as men, we've been trained to think we've got to take charge and take care of and all that sort of stuff, which is a good skills. But a lot of times it comes from the ego. Like, I must do this to survive, to make a difference and be important. Like, no. The masculine man will be used up in service if it comes to it. We're not about our own ego. We're about a legacy. We're about making a difference. And if we do that in a woman's life, in our feminine partner's life, right. Oh, Evie, I could speak for hours on this one. And maybe we'll think about this on Thursday rather. Nothing like being able to let go of the fear. It's so true. Because so many women have a fear about trusting men because men have been, in their past, quite often, untrustworthy. Because most men, I was one like this too, didn't know that the masculine role was part of us, and so we'd be in the ego-driven, which would be flaky. It's the truth. We would back out, we would walk away, we would collapse, we would react, we would cheat, we would do things that were about ourselves and not about our partner, and the women would suffer. So a masculine man, a strong masculine, these are important words, strong masculine is an ownership of our righteousness in our masculine role, our male energy in full force, in full power, in full expression, that is about brotherhood, it's about service, it's about legacy, and it's also about presence. A masculine man isn't trying to make things happen and trying to compete with everybody, because a masculine man in his full power is in presence, and presence is something that we all as men together can be brotherhood with. We can be brothers about this. This is big stuff I'm throwing at you, so you may not get what I'm saying clearly, but some of you are, and I know that, and that's why I'm speaking to you. And on the replay, if you're watching this too. And I say this. I know there are not any comments coming up, so I'm not sure if you're just sitting with this and going, or actually thinking about typing. So feel free to put comments in if you like. And again, if you haven't shared this out, please share this out on Twitter, on Periscope, and on Facebook, and everywhere else, because this stuff needs to be out for certain people who haven't heard this yet. So, you're just basking. Thank you, Evie. I love it when you get that. It's so cool. Thanks, Nate, and thank you, Jem. Yes, it absolutely is true. Thank you, Ariane. Appreciate that. Sorry, there's no comments. I was like, is everybody still there? I see the hearts, but like, there's no comments. I'm like, did I say something wrong? No. So thank you for the quality. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad I could blow your mind in a sense. And it's that simple place, because to be honest, the difference is, I haven't seen that handle for a while. Spicy red, not staying in the room. Is that for women, when a man is in his masculine, that's the other part, is when a man is in his masculine, a woman can actually be in her feminine more easily. It's almost like the yin and yang in a balanced way, not codependent, but balanced way, in a way that's healthy and strong and growing. And that, for me, is a powerful piece. Because part of our role as men being a masculine is that we tend to attract and inspire and elevate women into their feminine without doing anything. Because when women have been so busy trying to make things happen and being their masculine, they're exhausted. They're in fear. It's true, it's what you said there, Evie. and they're trying to get things done. It's not their natural way. When a man shows up in his masculine, if we all showed up in our masculine as brothers, so many women would go, thank God, seriously, because they need us. They need us to be so, actually your clock's a bit off. It's actually 4 minutes left. I'm done at 1:45. But thank you for that. And by the way, actually, during the pair of dudes, the dudes take care of the clock, just so you know. If you want to be in the pair of girls and do that, go and join them. That's totally cool. But this is the pair of dudes, so the guys take care of this stuff. So there. And that's the piece, really, that I'm passionate about, is that... Thank you, Evie. I appreciate that. It's such a piece of the puzzle that we forget, that men and women do forget. Hands off the clock. I love it. And for me, there's so many pieces of the puzzle. To give you some models of masculine and feminine interaction that works, in some ways, the way the feminine works best is they allow the freedom to move and have energy and flight and flow and everything else. So imagine the most powerful river in the country. I don't even know which one it is. It's not the Grand Canyon anymore, but the biggest, most powerful river in the country, that's the feminine energy. I will not try to live anything out, certainly Evie. And I understand. The masculine is the river banks. We, as the masculine, hold a space for the feminine. The power of the feminine could wipe out the banks of the river, in the river for the river banks, any second. But we don't shirk from that. We don't run away from that. And in fact, the feminine river trusts the masculine banks to contain and give them guidance, because the truth is, the banks don't control the river controls the banks. So that's a big piece of the powerful place to recognize. So there's a synergy, and there's actually an energetic that works together, which is so powerful. Integration. I call it interdependence. Another way of putting it is, VJ, it's this Thursday we're doing the opposite, feminine to masculine. So we're talking that in 2 days. 2 days, yes, Thursday, exactly. You're right on. There you go. And that's a big piece of it. So another way of looking at it is, for example, is the masculine is the flagpole and the feminine is the flag. That neither one actually functions well on their own, but together there's a beautiful display. Let's put it that way. There's other ways of talking about this, but what I'm trying to explain to you is the masculine and feminine work together. The yin and the yang, as it were, that fits together. Not 50-50 in relationship context, but 100-100. And I talk about this a lot in my work and in my book about the relationships 100-100, not codependence, but interdependence. And when a man's masculine, he's evolved from the macho. And basically the macho would be, I'd say the macho is the knight, to a degree. The masculine is the king, in the sense of evolution, of mastery, of ownership of himself and his values. The feminine moves up from being just a wench to the queen. There's a lot more to, I'm actually translating some of Alison Armstrong's work, which is Pack's work, which is not a chip. I'm not sure I'm missing the context of that one. You have to explain one word. Eve, I didn't catch that one. So in fact, in the back of my book, I recommend a couple of actually seven different authors and speakers and teachers I trust and study with, and Alison Armstrong is in the book because I trust her work. So that's what I want to bring to your awareness, is the recognition that the masculine and feminine work together. There's a synergy and a balance, but also women are crying out in their hearts for masculine men to show up. So not only is it something when we are around, we help women, but they need us. So this is a shout out to the men watching. If you're watching now or in the replay, find your masculine heart. Do the work. Get with somebody who can teach you. Learn this stuff. Study with it. Thank you for that, Jim. Be in your masculinity, because when you do that, the women around you will be so grateful. It's their highest calling wish to you for you to step into your masculine. So for men out there, it's time to get up. Time to give up the ego-driven, balls-driven, my way, the highway. That is so 1950s. It doesn't work anymore. What we do, what we can do as men, and what I'm teaching and living, and especially more and more, is living in your masculine, your full-on heart, and be strong. Yeah, I will throw in the deep on it just to keep you out. So we're going to go that way, and being so fully into that place that when you're in the world, and I trust you, if you live in your masculine heart, women will notice. You'll be amazed at what response you get. So Nate, your wife lets you know when she needs me to show up, and that tells me I'm not being masculine. Yeah. So Nate, how about if she never has to show you because you're already in it? You remember to get into it. That would be so cool. And that's the thing. A woman will happily remind you, but if she has to keep reminding you, then it's on her, not you. You should step into that place yourself. And that's for all of us. I'm not saying for you, but all of us. Jenny Q, I didn't see you in there. Nice to see you in the scope. So that's really I mean, yeah, I know it's the hard part. It is for all of us. But it's our practice, it's our commitment, it's our journey to step into our truth, to be in the full masculine hearts. When we're around women, they feel that trust, they feel that support, and they feel that strength of who we are, because it's so powerful for women. Yeah, so I think I've really sort of come to the end of what I was going to say. I can repeat some stuff, and Jenny, you just came at the back end of my scope, so please watch the replay, because I went deep on this one. So, yeah. Any questions, any thoughts before I wrap up? I was just getting to the bottom line of that one, just as Jenny walked in the room. But men, we need more masculine men in the world. Absolutely needed, definitely, absolutely, because it's such a different shift, and ladies will want it from us. And by the way, for those of you, and Jenny, if you're just catching this, that we're doing the reverse on Thursday. So this is about masculine man impact on the feminine. When Thursday's going to be a feminine woman impact on the masculine. That's going to be fun. So I'm going to wrap up. Again, by the way, my book, I am doing, there is a flash sale, just a quick plug. If you want to read about masculine and feminine, I talk about it in my book. If you go to barryselby.com/ebook, you can get it for cheap, just to say. So, I mean, don't want to mark it on the scope officially, but it's like, this is the topic in the book. It can help you. So, anyway, thank you for watching the scope. Thanks for being part of the Perry Dudes. Make sure you do follow us on Periscope. Watch myself. Hit Healthy Scopes. Me too. Perry Dudes. Passed out next. Oh, yeah. Jim's going to be doing things about junk food. I can't do that. I need to do something else. I need to clean my teeth and cleanse my palate after that. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. So this is my work. So this is a great topic for me. So I'm grateful we got this topic tonight. So thank you for Nate for suggesting it before early today. So we're doing it. Again, perrydudes.com is where the men can join us. perrygirls.com is where the ladies can join. And we're on every Tuesday and Thursday nights, the men at 7:45 Pacific time till 8:45-ish. Just wrapped up. And Karma, thanks for leading off. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Nate. And thank you, folks, for joining in my scope. I'll see you again. I'll be on again tomorrow to do my other stuff, but watch us again on Thursday for the Perry Dudes round. Pass the cast for the reverse of this topic. We'll have some fun. You're welcome, Jim. Glad you were here. Thank you, folks. Signing off any moment. Any questions, last-minute thoughts? I will see you again. Thank you, thank you. You're welcome, you're welcome. Cheers all. Take care of yourselves. And go watch Jim doing his passed out. That should be fun. I'll see you later. I'm actually going to go finish my dinner. I jumped into this late, so thank you, actually. Doing my best. This is my work, this is my passion. I've studied with some great teachers, thankfully, for the last 9 years. 10 years, 2006. So, yeah. All right, folks. You're very denada, I think. We were saying that. Grazie, arigato. Yes, indeed. And you have to quit two through. I'm watching my indigestion. All right. You're welcome, Marianne. Take care of yourselves, folks. I will see you later. Have a wonderful evening. And if you just catch my scope, catch the replay. It was good. Evie, thank you for being such a responsive follower, because you gave me the feedback, which was good for me to know in the scope that I was landing. So thank you for that. And everyone else, I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.